So the international break is over, and this weekend Manchester United take on Everton at Old Trafford, looking to make it 2 wins on the trot in the Premier League. Now we're going to this with contrasting results and performances in the last 2 games. Everton going to it on the back of a horrible defeat to Arsenal. Really played poor in that game. I watched that game and they were terrible. Arsenal were much the better team in that and thoroughly deserved the victory. And Manchester United got a worthy victory. Some would say that Manchester City had a lot of the play and a lot of the chances, but I thought Manchester United played a lot better than they have done in some games recently, especially the Liverpool away game, and got the victory. So it's contrasting results there, but this is a different game, and Everton have been much better away from home than they have at home. So far, they've only lost 1 game away from home, which is a worry for Manchester United going into this game. But our home form has been better than our away form. I think we'd only won something like once or something in our last 8 games or something crazy like that away from home when we played Manchester City or something like that, or maybe it was after the game. And that's terrible away form for Manchester United. But we're at home. And Everton, really good attacking side, but they've conceded so many goals this season. And when we played them at Goodison Park, we beat them easily 3-0. I don't think it's going to be as easy this time around. Hopefully Manchester United will have a stronger team out now going into the end of March and heading into April, because Louis van Gaal did say in March that a lot of players would be coming back. And some players have returned, and hopefully some more will start returning, because we do really need them for the running. And out the 3 teams chasing that top 4 place, whoever can get a run of 3 or 4 wins may probably get that spot because it's so tight there, and none of them, the teams in the Premier League, are going on a consistent run. So going into this game, Manchester United will hopefully be back, almost getting back to full strength in terms of players. We hopefully will see the likes of Ashley Young and Wayne Rooney back in contention to play for Manchester United. We've seen Antonio Valencia coming back from injury. So it does start to give us more strength in depth because we've still got that cup game as well against West Ham, which can only be a plus. The more players you've got in strength and depth, the better for me. So how do I see Manchester United lining up to hopefully get a victory over Everton in this game? Well, obviously David De Gea is going to be in goal, no question about that. Another man of the match performance against Italy from the Spaniard. Fantastic again. And the defence, I'm not too sure what he's going to do. Probably going to keep it pretty much what he's been keeping it recently. We'll probably see Darwin right back again, like he did against Manchester City. Personally, I wouldn't really change a winning team, to be honest, too much for this game. I still don't know what's up with Camus Borthwick-Jackson. I think he was on the bench for the youth England team. I'm not sure which one in the week. I think it was the under-21s. So hopefully he can be back in contention soon. Rojo will again take up the left back, and it will probably be Blind and Smalling at centre back. Not too concerned there. Hopefully Blind can keep getting back to his best. You know, he's had a rocky time over some of the previous games due to playing so many matches in quick succession. Hopefully at some point we will see Fosu Mensah given a few games between now and the end of the season. Now, the midfield is a problem that Louis van Gaal seems to keep changing. We're hearing that Bastian Schweinsteiger will probably be out for the remainder of the season. So I'm going to go for Michael Carrick in there alongside Schneiderlin. Now, fucking Schneiderlin has got to play in this game. He is awesome for Manchester United. If people know football, they know that when Morgan Schneiderlin's played, we are a better team. He has had a few bad games this season, but his consistency of getting picked, if he's picked week in, week out, ahead of Marouane Fellaini, who is absolute dog shit, then it will be fine. He will get a good, consistent run of form. It's your job when you're in and out of the team. You don't know if you're going to play from week to week. He should be one of the first names on the team sheet. Now, I don't think the attacking prowess should be changed too much. As I've said in recent weeks, I would like to see Memphis Depay come back in. But I've got my doubts whether he will come back into this game somehow. Got himself a couple of assists again in the game against France, which is always good to see. So hopefully he can come back into the team at some point. But I'm going to stick with Jesse Lingard on one side and Martial on the other. I actually thought Jesse Lingard was a bit better against Manchester City. Although I still see him as a squad player, but I can't really see Memphis Depay starting this game somehow. And then I'll go for Juan Mata and Rashford as the striker, and Juan Mata in the number 10. Personally, I wouldn't bring Wayne Rooney straight back into the lineup for this game. I know some people think he should come straight back into the lineup, but I don't think he should straight away. He's been out for a number of games. We need to bring him back in, edge him back in easily. And if Marcus Rashford continues his form up front and continues to score goals, which I don't know if he will because he's still only young and consistency is a problem for youngsters. But if he does, then for me it's probably going to have to be Juan Mata that does come out of the Manchester United team. But that's where I would prefer Wayne Rooney to play if he comes back into the Manchester United team. His best position for me has always been that number 10. He likes to drop deep, as he's done so much. The problem earlier in the season was he was dropping way too deep, and he needs to still get further forward. That number 10 role is perfect for him, dropping a bit deep but still far enough forward where he can have an effect and still score some goals. So I'd probably hope to see Wayne Rooney, if he is back in contention for this game, off the substitutes bench, because we do need all strength in depth. Maybe see Ashley Young at some point. Maybe again Antonio Valencia, who's a decent backup for the right back position. And Everton are going to cause us massive problems going forward. The bloke who's been in the newspapers the last day or so saying that he could leave in the summer, Romelu Lukaku, is going to be an absolute beast in this game. They're going to be a real threat to the Manchester United back four. Blind and Smalling have really got to be on their toes for this game. He's big, strong and powerful and has scored 25 goals this season. One of the standout players this season, and he's not 23 till May. Would be a fantastic addition to Manchester United's team if we could get him in the summer. But I do think Manchester United could probably get at their back four. You know, I don't know if John Stones is going to play in this game. He has been taken out the foreign lineup for a bit recently due to injury and a bit up and down in form. I do think he's going to be a really good player in the future. Still only about 21 years of age. I think he will be a fantastic player and a player that could potentially come to Manchester United or Chelsea or Man City, someone like that in the future. But we may be able to get at him if he has a rocky game in this game, which could be a plus for Manchester United. But they've got a lot of other players that could cause Manchester United a hell of a lot of problems. And obviously Tim Howard, who we know quite well, hasn't been playing this season. I've heard a lot of criticisms from him. So they're playing a different goalkeeper now to what they used to play. I've only seen the game recently when they played Arsenal, but hopefully we can get him as well. I think it's going to be a tight game though. This game for Manchester United. I think we're really going to struggle to win this with Everton's fantastic away form. I'm going to go for a Manchester United win. I'm going to put my head on the line and go for a 2-1 Manchester United win. Just hope we can sneak it. Any win, hook or by crook, is important, because you know these next few games, you know we've got Leicester coming up on the horizon at some point, West Ham away in the Premier League as well, and the game after this is Tottenham away. Them games are going to be massive. The next 3 or 4 games are going to decide for me whether we get this top 4, because if we fuck this game up and lose or draw to Everton, then really it's just undone all that great work that we done against Manchester City to get that fantastic win away from home, because at the Etihad Stadium we haven't really had the rub of the green over the years too often. You know, Aguero's caused us a lot of problems, so that was a real boost. Hopefully it is a real boost. But the last time we had a real boost like this was that Liverpool game away at Anfield, where Wayne Rooney scored late on, and we were actually pretty dog shit that day and sneaked it, and we didn't build on that and get any further, and it should have been the catalyst to improve and to go on a run, which it just wasn't. And you know, we've seen this so many times before. We think we're going to go on a run. We might even beat Everton and then go and fuck up to Tottenham or West Ham in the FA Cup. You know, we get 2 or 3 wins and we think we're going to go on a run. We just fuck up. We really need to get 3 or 4 positive results. If we get 3 or 4 wins out of 5 games, say, that would be a massive, massive lift for Manchester United and could just pull us into that top 4 race and get us that top 4, because we don't really need to improve that much. Probably just 5% increase in performances and results would probably get us that top 4, because West Ham are in the mix as well, but Manchester City have been absolutely horseshit. So just a 5% increase from results would probably get it, which would be fantastic considering what's gone on this season and how bad we've played. I know we don't want to be challenging and getting fourth spot, but how we've played all season, it would be fantastic. Anyway, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know your thoughts ahead of the game. What players would you pick in the starting lineup, and where do you see Everton's main threat? Do you think maybe Ross Barkley could really cause us some problems? Because he scored quite a few goals this season. He's the player that can drift in and out of games. Really does need to probably take games a bit more by the scruff of the neck for me, but still a great prospect, potentially another player that could come to Manchester United in the future. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya!